These are the days of our lives. These are the days of our lives. You live in yours, I live mine. Take that bitch, break that bitch, stack your chips. They say we living like savages.
Welcome to season 2 of the Brother to Brother podcast with me, JG, and my brother
Shu.
And this is the Brother to Brother podcast, episode 27. Yes, sir.
Oh, 27. Yes, sir. How we doing this week, brother?
Man, I'm good. I'm actually good. It's been a good week. I caught up on a lot of sleep. Finally submitted new music to drop. I got a song dropping on the 25th of this month.
Yes, sir. 4K.
4K, you know what I'm saying? Dropping on the 25th. So what else did I do? I just felt like it was really productive. I just did hella shit. You feel me? So I felt like it was, spent a little bit of money, took baby shopping, got her some stuff. You know what I mean? So it was cool. It was a good week. Feel me? The dogs are still being the dogs. So everything.
Good to hear, bro. I would say that this week, we tried to start off, or should I say, I tried to start off the week great. When we ended last podcast, and then I was hit with with some bad news, some life news, and one of my partners, Charles, was tragically slain, and that one kind of, all losses hit you, but certain ones hit you a bit differently and make you really stop in your tracks and be like, man, what the fuck? And that was certainly one of them ones. Real good dude, and he gonna be missed. And for anybody listening or watching in on our YouTube channel, you guys know I'm not big on expressing my emotions so much. So yeah, man. Shout out to my guy. Love you, bro. Definitely gonna miss you. And we're gonna keep it moving from there. Other than that, it was a much like you said, it was a productive week. I missed hanging out with people. I'm gonna say that, with the people that I like, because you don't realize it until you have to sit your ass in the house due to quarantine, and then when you finally do get around some people that you like being around, or if you like, damn, I got the opportunity to be around some people this weekend, you don't realize how much you miss that, and how therapeutic that is for your soul, you know what I'm saying, to be around some people that you actually enjoy being around. And throughout this past year, I think a lot of us have gotten away from that because we've tried to be so cautious and so respectful. It's a good thing, you know what I mean? We tried to keep each other as healthy as possible. But you don't realize that in keeping you physically healthy, it could be harming your mental health as well. And I know a lot of people, not myself per se, but I know a lot of people's mental health has taken a huge dip throughout this past year. So, this weekend was this past week, should I say, was a good, productive week, and definitely a week where I made sure to tap in and talk to and be around the people that I truly love to be around.
I think these times that we in right now, like, see, a person like me, right? I used to be because I'm an introvert now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I enjoy being inside by my, or you know what I'm saying, with my animals and my, you know what I'm saying.
Welcome to the club.
You feel me? Whereas when I was younger, I was so I'd be an introvert. I was the exact opposite. Like I didn't want to be anywhere where I had to sit still. You know what I'm saying? There was times I remember this nigga Shu would be like, "Bruh, you just need to like, bruh, you always on the road," and I'd be like,
100%.
I'm like, yeah, bruh, because I just don't. This shit ain't tight. Like I can't. I literally couldn't sit still. You know what I'm saying? So I think now to where it's like life has sped a lot of people's life has sped up a lot, right? People like being on the move. People like doing things, going on trips, going and buying shit, right? And these times have kind of forced people to become introverts. So it's gonna be kind of interesting to me once everything's lifted, right? Going back to last week's episode, hoping that it comes sooner than later. It's gonna be kind of crazy to see how many people come back out and have different habits of, like you said, interacting with people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are people's patience gonna be better now, or people's patience gonna be even less? You know what I'm saying? A thinner line, and we're gonna have more conflict because people haven't had person to person. You know what I'm saying? Interaction in such a large group setting, maybe. So it's just crazy to me because, like I said, I'm an introvert. This shit don't bother me. Oh, we gotta be inside. Ooh, I don't want to deal with y'all if I don't have to anyway. You feel me?
Yeah.
Ooh, like so it hasn't really bothered me to where I know people where they got that cabin fever. Like I gotta get the fuck up out of here. Like I don't want to do this anymore. Woo, you feel me? To where it started like that, to where now I hear them and they're like, yeah, bro, I'm chilling. I'm good.
Chilling, like right. I mean, I think the thing that keeps me cautiously active is that because I have children, and much like you said, you know, my wife, my executive producer of my life, she is very much so an outrovert. You know, she wants to go out, she wants to have adventures. You feel me? I'm the one that's like, okay, let's reel it back. You know, and even with her, I've watched the change from her. Feeling like she needed to, and now understanding like, no, it's more of a want, and then I can get up and go when I need to. I think that's that's been the change, and it's been a blessing change for me, because like I said, you know, I be in the house, I chill, you know, I'm in the house like I got niggas 17 warrants. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm tucked. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's a lot of people I feel like are growing from, you know, these times that we're living in. And, you know, we can't say it enough, man. Continue to keep yourself safe. But definitely get out, be active, because we're not going to be in this position forever. And you want to make sure that your mental is, you know, where it needs to be when that time comes. Because, you know, being physically there, even if you're working out in the house, or, you know, you're getting out 2-3 times a week, that's cool. But it's a scary thing when you go into Target or Walmart and you like, oh, I don't even like being around all these people. This line is not fun to be in, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, try to make sure you having a balanced day. Okay, brother, we're gonna get right into it. Where would you like to start? We got today's podcast for sure.
Just stop squeaking. God damn. I gotta get a new video chair. This
a
ain't
new gaming chair.
I got, but that's like one of them rocker ones. So that shit.
You like sitting on the floor?
I don't like it, but that's what I have. Why you
bought it? So you do like it.
No, I would prefer to be elevated, but that's just what it was purchased for me. Okay.
You're right.
You don't complain about gifts. Okay.
Nah, beggars can't be choosers.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, no. So I didn't have to purchase one. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that shit every single time.
What's the old saying? You get what you get. Don't throw a fit some shit.
But I think I got to figure it out. I think we good. I don't hear no more squeaking.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Where do we want to?
Yeah.
Let's start with the last one I sent you.
Okay. So the last one. Yeah, you know what? Because that's an easy one. We get that out the way.
So it just run smooth.
Yeah, because today is for anybody that's listening. Today is going to be probably very. It'll seem very sports heavy, but that's simply because the playoffs is here for football. So it's.
We got basketball and football going simultaneously, like right,
same time,
right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, it's going to be hard to get around that. So okay, first topic of discussion, brother to brother. Trump is being impeached for a second time. What are your thoughts on that? Would you want to go first on that, or you want me to take it?
You can take it first.
So my thoughts on it is this. Whether it happens, whether they completely go through with it or not, doesn't really matter to me. We only got a few more days. I do, however, understand why they're doing it, because there are a lot of perks that you receive as a former president that essentially the public would like to negate, because they feel like, well, shit, if you didn't do, if you didn't do the job that we wanted you to do, then we don't want you to receive those benefits. You feel me? And a lot of that stuff goes to stuff that we as taxpayers have to pay, which includes the lifetime Secret Service. That shit comes out of your taxes. You know what I'm saying? For them, they don't want Trump running again for any political office. So being an impeached president, being an impeached on any level of government, you can't run for another political office. So there are reasons why, because I know there's a lot of people that's like, well, why are we even going through this process? Or why are we doing it? It's only so many days left. And it's like, yeah, it is so many days left, but there also are, some valid reasons as to why people wouldn't want. I look at it like this, right, bro?
Mm-hmm.
If you get hired from a job, right? I mean, if you get fired from a job, depending on what the firing was for, you cannot collect unemployment, right?
Fact.
So I'm looking at it from that perspective, like, well, you as a president, at the end of the day, it's a job. Depending on what you get ousted for, you shouldn't be able to collect unemployment or, reap the benefits of being a former president. So you feel me? From that perspective, I see it. Do I think that it will pass? We only got 2 days left. I don't think that I don't think anything will happen in the next 2 days. But I don't have a right or wrong, opinion about it. If it can get done, cool. If not, I'm not worried about it. At the end of the day, the result that I wanted from the election was for him no longer to have the power of the presidency. So at the end of the day, as long as I received that, I was fine. Anything else, people will say, well, shit, it's icing on the cake. I'm one of them people that shit, if I get my dessert, I might not want icing and frosting on that shit, because then it just might cause extra problems. So yeah, that's where I stand with it. Those are my thoughts.
Yeah. To me it just come off as petty. As you know what I'm saying, as the for us to be going at it, like, I get it, you feel me? And then the whole case that they're trying to make against him. Now, mind you, I said it on the last episode as well. I didn't think his voice had that much power amongst people to cause an uprising. You feel me? And we obviously saw one. But if we're actually going off of what I feel like millions of Americans go through dealing with the court system, right? They always try to slap on one of the felony charges they always try to slap on or some shit like that is fucking conspiracy. You feel me? And to me, it's like I see tweets and shit like that. You feel? But it's like it's really like conspiracy. Like what are y'all saying he actually did to actually cause this to actually happen? You feel? To me, it would just be like an unfair trial if he was to get tried for this shit and actually get the, you know what I'm saying, get the second impeachment off of what they're trying to do. Because from what I've heard and what I've read, that's what they're basically going off of, is because he basically added the fuel to the fire to start this or ignite this attack on the building. So when I read that or when I see that, it's just like, that's why I said come up as petty, because it's like, damn, all right, he already out the door. You already done got him out. He's done. I get it with the whole, you don't want to have Secret Service or get the, because what, don't they also get like a lifetime pension or some shit like that? Like you get,
yes, it's called a I forget how they word it, but essentially, yeah, you receive. That's why I said the unemployment aspect of it.
Yeah, that's what
you're
I'm
receiving. Yeah,
like,
it's not called a pension. I could look it up, but it's not called a pension. But yeah, it's similar to that.
You know, okay. So he gets some type of cash or some type of pay because he was president. I get it if you don't want him to get that. But for the timing and how they're doing it, I just feel like my thoughts is it just come off as petty. Do I care if it happens or not? I really don't. But if someone was to ask me, like, oh, how do you feel? I would say that it just come off as kind of petty. It's like, he already lost the job. You know, going back to the unemployment shit, right? And this is me, right? I'm just be honest. I was fired one time, yo, from a job. I got caught stealing. And
it wasn't boxes.
It wasn't boxes though. It was actually money. So I got caught stealing, and the DM came to fire me or whatever. Boo. And I can't get unemployment, right? Just like you said, I can't get unemployment because of what I got fired for. But then on top of that, before I even walked out the door, I was getting text messages from other stores talking about, bro, they let you go? Bro, they let you. And it was like, damn, like I thought this was a business though. You feel? I thought there was some type of respect and morals and that type of shit within this part. But like this literally happened 2 minutes. I'm literally walking out the store. Just got my last check. I'm walking out the store. I'm getting a text from him. Matter of fact, I think it was Real who hit me. It was like, I was like, bro, they let you go? I'm like, nigga, this just happened. Like, what the fuck? How you niggas know? Oh, so-and-so and so-and-so. So they had already been talking about, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, just like, okay, I already can't get no more money. And now you want to kick me on the way out too? And that's why I said, that shit just weird to me, bro. Like,
I mean, I've said it before. I've said it on this podcast. I'm King Petty, so I'm good with the pettiness.
I know you are.
You feel me? I'm good with the. I am an eye for eye. Listen, I am an eye for eye type of motherfucker. If you do something to me, I'm gonna do it back. I don't care. I don't care. I want it all back. And the cold part is, JG over here laughing because he know I don't care if it takes a year. I will get you back.
Oh, you back.
I'm not playing, and I'm not gonna forget it. You feel me? I am King Petty.
Sometimes he won't even get you back. He'll wait the 4 years and let life get you back, and then be like, see,
I told you. You feel me? And I'm King Petty. You feel me? I'm not playing. And you know the cold part. I say it all the time. Like, look, I'm not out to make people feel bad or do anything with malice or anything like that. But I am an eye for eye individual. If you leave me alone, I promise you I will leave you alone. I will never bother you. I'm not gonna bother you. I'm not gonna do you wrong at all. But if you do me wrong, it's coming back one way or another. It's gonna come back. In this case, I, like I said, I looked at it like from the job perspective. I don't have no real if it happens, it happens. If it don't, oh well. You know what I'm saying? It's not really because my thing is this. After this, Trump, no matter what, is gonna be good in life. So he's not gonna be even if you take away, these different benefits that are allotted.
No.
Even if you take away these different benefits that are allotted to a former president, he's gonna be good. I said we talked about it privately. He's gonna make more money coming off of being a president than he ever has in his entire life. I guarantee you that. He's gonna, you feel me? He's going to be able to leverage his ultimate celebrity now in order to make more money than he ever has. Those same people that he wasn't able to broker deals with, during his presidency, he's going to be able to do it with them now that when he is no longer the sitting president. So he's going to be good no matter what. That's the aspect I think you talking about when it's like, it's petty because it's like, well, shit, bro, that nigga gonna eat no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that. I feel like well, shit, even if you take away, you feel me, him not, it ain't like he was ever not walking around with security. Yeah. It just won't be Secret Service. You feel me? But it might be some
still had top flight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. It'll be
with him. Nigga.
Exactly. It'll be and it might be some retired, some retired servicemen. So, it ain't gonna hurt him that much. But I think what a lot of people are looking forward to is kind of like in a sense like sticking it to the guy that would have stuck it to you. And you know what I'm saying? We can't look at him and say, well, shit, if this was somebody else coming in, that he would have done it any other way. You know what I'm saying? We've watched them do that.
But I feel like that's our biggest problem in America is that whole shit. Is the whole eye for an eye. Is the whole, well, because then it never stops.
For America, not for Shu, because I'm getting mine back.
That's what I'm saying. America, like as a whole, like we gotta stop. When is enough enough? You feel me? You said you didn't want him to be president. He's no longer going to be your president. But now, on top of that, you feel what I'm saying? Like, when do we just say, when is fair? You know what I'm saying? When do we just stick to this is the way? You feel me? This is the one part about being human that sucks is because it's like we live in the gray area. Like niggas love the gray area. We know what black and white is. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Crazy because it could work in race that way too. You feel me? But like, yeah. You feel me? Between black and white, you know what I'm saying? Good and bad, all the shit. But there's this gray area. So we're like, no, but he meant it this way. Or he did, and it's just this gray area. And we live there, thrive there, and love it there. You feel me? Yeah. And but we only use it when we feel it benefit us type shit.
Yeah. So I mean, and what you talking about speaks to a whole different, you know what I'm saying, topic that, that's going on societal, actual constructs and thought process. You know what I'm saying? Thanks. The things that we view as right or wrong and when to actually implement those things within our lives. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro, the conversations that we have on the podcast and of course that we have without being recorded and whatnot, it always feels good to me because to just sit in your own thoughts and see the world from your own view, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. You feel me? I wouldn't tell anybody this is how you should see. I have never one time, JG will tell you, that's my brother. We gonna always have each other back, always. But we're not gonna always see things the same way. You feel me? And I would never say, I have never said to him, you need to see it this way, or no, this is how I see it. This is the information that I have available to me. You should take a look at this. Should, not need. You feel me? Should. Because you don't need to do shit that you.
And that's not even saying I should feel how he feel, y'all. He's saying you should look at this information I have. You feel me? This link that I have, this book that I read. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what even the should come in. You feel me? It's never, well, you should feel how I feel, or you need to feel how I feel.
No.
Never, ever. You feel me? Me and this nigga, I've never met somebody in life, you feel me? I mean, besides a couple of the other brothers, you feel me? And they've learned this. A lot of them have learned it the more we've all been together, you feel me? But we accepted very early on in our brotherhood and our friendship that we agree to disagree. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like, put it like, my brother, he was on the football team. So I whooped on one of their star football players. Shu didn't stop being around the football players or exile himself from the football players, you feel me, when he was still on the team with these niggas, you feel me? But at the same time, if it ever came down to it, you feel me? I knew where he stood, but I wasn't niggas where it's like, nah, it's him or me, dog. No, bro. It's cool. I understand. I don't fuck with that nigga. You can even be his friend. You feel me? But there's nothing to tell me that's gonna make me be like, oh, nah, it's good. I'm gonna go fuck with blood. You feel me? We gonna agree if he cool or not. You can kick it with bruh. I'm good. You feel me? Same shit with Hassan. You feel me? Like, bruh,
another one of our brothers.
Usually didn't like a lot of my brother's friends.
Yeah. That nigga Lightweight was jealous. he didn't want nobody to be. He didn't want nobody to be their friend. Not jealous. I mean possessive.
No, nigga, these my brothers. You niggas is weird. No, nigga. You feel me? That shit. I kept that shit behind closed doors, or I would express how I felt, bro. You feel me? But I would. Y'all gonna live how y'all gonna live. We gonna like I said,
and I know we going off, you know, in a bit of a tangent, but it's all connected, such as life. You feel me? It's all connected. Essentially, you know, what I'm saying is, you know, it's these conversations. I love having these conversations. It makes my day that much better. You know what I'm saying? To be able to give my thoughts to him, he receive them, and then he send his back to me and I receive them. You know what I mean? And then somewhere we try to find and mold some, you know, cohesive idea about life. You know what I'm saying? Together. That shit is what we all should be striving for. Don't matter if you're a Democrat, don't matter if you're Republican, don't matter if you're black, white, fat, ugly, skinny, hand, whatever. You feel me? That is what we should be striving for. And I know that shit sounds cheesy, or it might be like easier said than done, but you know what I mean? It is how I can tell you. Proven fact, you feel me? It's been done within my circle. So I feel like if my circle can do it, why can't the greater world implement these things and you know what I'm saying, and we all feel that way.
And we say that with the most humblest respects, because in reality, what Shu was saying when he say that, and after this we'll get back to the show, but we don't feel like we're better than y'all.
Not anybody can do it.
You fit that's our point. Like, we're not bros, we're not, crime fighters. Like, bro, like we are as much as we know we are them niggas, you feel me? At the end of the day, we also know that we're all people, we all humans. And that is what we're saying. Like, if we can do it as people, fuck the ego and the who we are, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all that shit as people. If we can do that shit, anybody can do it, bro.
Yeah.
Anybody can do it.
Anybody can do it.
And when you say that, you feel me? But yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So you know, we gonna keep the show rolling. Sometimes we try, and I say this even for me and you, we last season it was all the polishing season. We told y'all we gonna get it right. We're gonna get it to the point where our sound quality is right, to the point where we get video, audio sync right, all of that. I was so happy that when the world had to change up its way of podcasting and interviewing, that was how me and Josh was already doing it.
Yep.
You feel me? Because we already started doing it via apps and over, you know what I'm saying, over the phone and all of that. So we already knew, okay, this is how you continue to push your podcast forward using technology. You know what I mean? How many times, just answer this, bro. How many people, interviewers have you seen that's like, oh man, this is weird doing this over the phone and doing it, right? And it's like, but we've been doing that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now it don't even seem weird. Now everybody is watching those same platforms, and people are doing exactly what we had already started to do. And that's not to be like, oh, well, niggas started this. No, of course not. We ain't even big enough to say that. You feel me? But what I'm saying is, I love the fact that it wasn't like no transition period for us where we had to become accustomed to doing it this way. No, we already polished it. You feel me? We already are accustomed to doing it in this manner. So now, you know what I'm saying, we just rolling. And, you know, as much as we try to keep on track, sometimes, man, the conversation that we have just take us to a different place. So, you know, you're going to have to excuse us if we don't always stick to the script. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, the video is on.
Yeah.
It makes no difference if you crawl.
I'm like, hey, you just talking.
You just gonna be in the camera and on the recording. That's it.
Crazy. I can't.
Oh man.
Wow.
Okay, bro. We're gonna roll over into the next topic, man. You know what?
Yes.
You know what, bro? Just because this shit is so quick. I mean, just because it's so the other stuff is so quick, I would say let's get into what we just experienced, you feel me, over the past 2 days. And that's some hella football, man. I was actually proud of football this weekend. You know, they gave us some great games that had some even greater storylines. You know, quarterbacks coming in for people and losing the game, quarterbacks coming in for people and winning the game. You know what I'm saying? People, some teams making a comeback, others keeping their lead and going on to win. So, you know, with that being said, man, the first one we're going to get into is Brady. You have to go with the GOAT. Did Brady prove, brother to brother, did Brady prove to the world that it was more him or Belichick after this past Sunday?
So, before I say this, I got to say all respect to Tom Brady.
Whenever a motherfucker say that, they finna disrespect you.
Feel me? He by far the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like, with or without Bill Belichick, he's solidified as a GOAT. But why I can't say it's more Tom Brady than Bill is, and this is just for the simple fact of this. You could look at any Patriots team Tom Brady played for. This is the most skilled team with youth on it that he's ever played with in his career. This is the best defense. This is the best defense he's ever had. He's never.
I don't know about the defense. I don't know about the best defense.
Bro, cut it out. Cut it out.
I don't. I can't say the defense, but the offense, absolutely.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
It's a great defense.
But this is why I'm saying Bill, because their defense, if you look at the players on that team, this is the best defense on paper that he's had, bro. I don't give a fuck. A lot of that other shit was schemes, my nigga, that made those defenses great.
You mean star-studded. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Talent.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, this is the most talented team this nigga has ever played with. Ever, bro. He has Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, Chris Godwin, Scotty Miller. He had O.J. Howard in the beginning of the season. Gronkowski. That's offense. Then he's got Ronald Jones, at a running back. O-line finally playing like they got some goddamn sense. And then, like I said, on the defensive side of the ball. So for me, no, I can't. Not yet. You feel me? I cannot sit here and tell you that it's more Tom Brady than Bill Belichick. This is the greatest team, talent-wise, I feel like he's ever played with. Ever. So no, Kobe. So no, I cannot say that it is more Tom Brady than Bill Belichick. I still believe that Bill Belichick had a huge amount to do with what Tom Brady was able to achieve because of his schemes and the ability for him to not have these star-studded players and win Super Bowls. Do niggas know who Troy Brown is? Do they? Because Troy Brown played cornerback, nigga. Wide receiver and corner, bro. And that was back in, I think, early 2000s, my nigga. That's who Tom Brady was throwing the ball to. Deion Branch and Troy Brown were his fucking wide receivers. Playoff bound.
Yeah.
Nigga, what? Who? Corey Dillon. Do y'all remember who Corey Dillon is? Bet y'all don't.
I don't even think people know what team Dillon went to after the Patriots.
Bro, bro, I don't want to hear in this debate right here. No, I cannot give it to Tom Brady yet.
Well, you know what? It might surprise you, but you're not gonna get a debate from me. The thing about it is,
I was like, oh shit, he gonna
no. I absolutely agree with you. The only thing I don't agree with you is when you said the defense is the best defense. But if you talk, but if you're talking about like big names, yes, they definitely have probably the biggest names that he has ever had on defense. But them being the best, I can't say that because that's literally what Belichick is known for. You feel me? I've seen him win more football games with his defense. Than what Brady. You know what I'm saying?
But think about all those great defenses you're talking about. How many name players do you remember?
Exactly. Yeah, you feel me? That's why I say, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. But yeah, my thing is this, right? One is it's too early. This debate is a debate that should go on until one or the other retires. And really, it should be both. It should be when both of them are retired, because then you'll be able to look at, you'll be able to really look at the resume. You feel me? I'm
not gonna lie to you, right? Not to cut you off, but if Bill don't, right?
Yeah.
But Tom Brady do, okay? I would still say, to me, I'd be like, bro, they needed each other.
Yeah. How many times did either of them get there?
Because if Tom Brady wins it this year, right? But then come back next year and plays and don't win shit else, based off what I just said about the talent around him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say Brady got him one because he had a youthful team in a great collective. Because let's not put nothing past Bruce Arians. He's not a bum of a coach. Bruce Arians is
Bruce
a great
the guy.
Bowles running the fucking. They have Todd Bowles running the defense over there in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
They have basically 2 head coaches on the same roster, right? So
I'm glad Bruce stopped wearing all them damn Kangos, but
yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, go ahead.
He was like, all right, it's time. I gotta let it go.
Yeah.
But you feel me? So if Tom Brady won one this year, if he was to win one this year, but now we shit else for the rest of his career, based on what I said, boo, I would have to say they just needed each other. They were the greatest. You feel me? They were the greatest duo ever. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't either one because it's like, well, damn, Bill, like as great of a coach as I want to say you are, you feel me? You didn't win without 12. Yeah. And then same shit, like, well, yeah, Tom,
but
you
see,
got the extra one.
This is another reason why. This is another reason you made the point about the Bucks having the best talent. Could we both agree that the Patriots on the flip end this year had arguably the worst talented team that Bill Belichick has ever had, right?
Ever.
So,
not to mention, I think 6 of their starting defensive players didn't participate this year because of COVID.
Right? So you're talking about a depleted roster due to COVID. You're talking about a roster that was up before Brady left. We knew it was a bad team. We knew that. You feel me? We were saying that shit last year.
Yeah.
So now, okay, let's just say Brady does the minimum of, let's say he don't win another ring, but let's say he gets there or something, right? Let's say this, you feel me? Even this year, he gets there. Okay, you're gonna be like, all right, we know you that great to get there, but did you win without Belichick, right?
Yeah.
And now, like you said, it's still a young, talented Bucks, but let's say the rest of your career, maybe you don't ever see another Super Bowl. But I'm placing my money that Bill will be in the Super Bowl again.
Yeah.
More than likely, he's gonna win one again. You feel me? Like, because if it's any person that I feel like has garnered that much, sway or recognition over my opinion, it would be Belichick. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I look at it. You brought up a perfect point about the Bucks. I look at it from the flip side and saying, like, yo, this Patriots team was bad. It was bad. It was bad. And trust me, I made predictions on this team based off of Belichick's ability. And it was clear to me when Belichick started to praise his team, I said, he knows that they're not that good, but he got to keep their spirits up. Because Belichick, them niggas could be 11-0, and he's not finna praise you for shit.
Right.
We gave up the ball in the third. We got to get better than that. You know what I'm saying? That would be his response. These niggas was getting beat, and he was still praising. Yo, they went out there. They played hard. Even Cam. Never even
order at the end of the game. Cam's still our starter.
Still our starter.
Like, goddamn.
You feel me? And we never seen a Belichick do that. And I do say this even with him and Cam. And this ain't to throw Cam in there, but I do think that Belichick watched Cam the year that he won his MVP. And I think Belichick always said to himself, if I could have a guy like that, or if I get that guy, you feel me? I'm gonna love him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like now, even though he got him, and we're starting to see like, oh, okay, you're a lesser version of Cam. There was a lot of shit that went on. A lot of people talked about Cam's play. They talked about him coming back. He had been sitting for some time. Then the nigga got COVID. Don't nobody know what COVID is doing to the body right now. You feel me? There's people that got that shit. at the top of last year that's still having breathing problems. So you talking about being a high performance athlete and having to continue to deal with that shit. You don't know what that's really doing to a person's body, psyche, all of that shit. It's no excuse. It is what it is. You play like shit. You got to do better, Cam, period. You feel me? But I take that into consideration when I think about Bill Belichick.
But
and I just said,
who the fuck was Cam throwing the ball to?
To nobody.
Who the fuck was Cam Newton throwing the ball to?
He was throwing the ball to nobody, bruh. To nobody. And
because there wasn't nobody out there.
And that's what I'm saying. So I completely agree with you, bro. I think it's too early to call. I know, you're hearing a lot of people in the media say, well, see, Brady's proving everybody. And it's like, time out. The season ain't even done yet. If Brady was to go to Lambeau and lose, does that mean he proved something to us that you made the playoffs? And granted, I got Brady as the GOAT above everybody. You feel me? But it wouldn't win this argument. You know what I'm saying? Him versus Belichick. No, we have to be able to look at y'all when y'all careers is done. What have you accomplished without one another? I suspect that, next year will look very different in New England. And we don't know what will happen with the Bucs. We don't know what's going to happen with the Bucs. Certainly not, because people don't even take this into consideration. You brought back Gronk. Is Gronk going to play another year if y'all don't win this year?
For real.
Is AB going to be there if everybody has now seen, oh no, this nigga still got it. So now it's going to be okay for teams to start calling and saying, hey, here's this bag for you.
I will pay you.
Here's this bag to come be our number one. And you got your chance again. You feel me? That roster is going to look very different come next year. So especially on the offensive end. Now the defensive end, you feel me? They'll be solid because a lot of them is locked in. I think for at least they're going to have their core for at least like the next 2 years. You feel me? But again, you don't know what's going to happen, bro. Trades can be made when you lose, man. When you lose, niggas start looking like, yeah, bro, you only had 15 tackles. I'm not cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So shit happens, man, over the offseason. So we just got to wait. Way, way too early to call. Way too early to call. Going into the next topic, brother to brother. This is one that you actually put me up on. I didn't know this at all. Brother to brother, how do you feel about after Lamar Jackson's exit from the game? He suffered a concussion in his own end zone. The Bills raised money for Lamar's charity as an act of sportsmanship. I had no clue that they did that.
Yeah, so I was scrolling on Instagram, and it was because I follow a bunch of sports pages, ESPN, MMA, all the whatever bull, and Clutch Sport. Like there was just a bunch of different ones that they was posting it, and it was just showing the tweets of everybody. And the Bills after the game, their page actually put out a tweet, I believe, and was like, just shouting out Lamar, hoping that he got well. They were saying, the game is better when Lamar is healthy and he's playing, and to donate to his favorite charity. And I forget the number that they raised, but they raised a substantial amount of money in a short amount of time. But it was donated to Lamar's favorite charity in honor of them playing him. So me personally, I just thought that was hella. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you don't see sportsmanship like that too often nowadays, especially with, I feel like so many people got to understand this about the average athlete, not the average athlete, your average superstar athlete, should I say, right? Mm-hmm. They're already celebrity before they become a quote unquote celebrity, actually making the money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these motherfuckers already have huge followers on social media and those type of things. So when they
not to cut you off, when last counted, it was at 150,000.
150. And see, that's what I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to be wrong. So yeah, they raised 150,000. So but these kids are superstars already in their mind. You feel me? So when they come to the league, they already have this swag and this. So to see this level, you know what I'm saying, of sportsmanship at that level, I just think that was a dope thing for the Bills to do, especially when you don't have to do shit like that.
You don't.
We see a lot of other teams mocking other teams when they lose, or when they beat them, you know, and they could have easily went that route too. But it was respect.
I think you hit on something that I actually was going to say. First off, it's all credit to the Bills fan base. You feel me? Y'all did your thing. That was a stand-up job that you did. You know, and it is the truth. I think it's a recognition for Lamar Jackson's ability and what you want to see for the next 15 to 20 years. You want to see that guy healthy. You want to see him in games, even if it's against you. You want to see that. And the Bills to have taken so long to have, success and a promising future once again, it taints your win a little bit when damn, well, their best player wasn't playing. You feel me? Like, if you get a victory on a team where everybody is hurt, it's like, bro, yeah, you won, but think of the Raptors. Raptors beat the Warriors. You did your thing, but what does everybody say? The whole team was hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it tanks you. And of course, it's not the Raptors' fault. They can't help that. Injuries happen. I'm big on, the best ability is availability. Of course, but we all know in games accidents happen and things like that. And there are, let's not sugarcoat it, there are certain players that you just care about more, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? You care about more. You want to see Lamar Jackson out there healthy, running the ball, throwing it, everything, bro. You want to see him out there. So when you raise money for a charity, that he is the head of, it's a great thing. You feel me? It's a great thing that that city did, that they fan base did. And like you said, they didn't have to do it because on the other hand, you had the Browns. Pat Mahomes went out. First thing they do when they score is what? They start showboating, start celebrating. I don't know if you caught that, but you didn't do that before.
Yeah.
You didn't do it before, you feel me? But you felt that energy and you was like, oh shit, this motherfucker down. So now it's our time. Yeah, we got it. Y'all showboating now. You probably out there talking shit. The game starts to get chippy, and then you lose with your dumb ass. You lose. And then now all that showboating, it means nothing. You know what I'm saying? So again, that sportsmanship is big. And they preach this to you when you playing Pop Warner, when you not so much when you playing high school ball, but they try to put it out there, sportsmanship. And it's like the higher the competition level get, you start to see that sportsmanship dissipate. I love to see that even on the field, the Bills were conscious and aware of shit, like Lamar is down. You feel me? This ain't how we want to win. You know what I mean? And so it was a great thing that they did. Shouts out to the Bills Mafia. Y'all did y'all thing. I'm not sure what the total is at now, but when last counted, over $150,000. And the charity that it's I think it's a backpack giveaway, to children in the inner city. So that's always a great thing. And I know people be like, well, why do people always have these charities where you only giving, backpacks away? And it's like, bruh, for one, I'm a father. I buy backpacks, often. These motherfuckers is not cheap.
People say that dumb shit. Looking at like, you not remember when your mama used to be
And school supplies are not cheap, buddy. And especially, if your child is actually using those supplies. If your child is actually using those supplies, then guess what? That 100 sheet of paper that you bought at the beginning of the year, that child should not have that at the end of the year. Because then that means they didn't do no fucking work. You feel me? So, I appreciate when I see people investing in children and their education and just their overall well-being. Even if the child might not be using that backpack for school, they might be using it for sports. You know what I'm saying? They might be using it for travel, whatever. But the fact that now they have that, and that's another thing that a parent does not have to purchase, that means a lot, man. That means a lot. It helps out a hell of a lot.
I don't think people do the math, right? Like, all right, so you could do a food drive and still give food to the, you know what I'm saying, the families and shit. But it's like, if I'm taking care of a different necessity that you have in your life, it means I'm saving money so that then you can go and take care of the other things that you need to or are supposed to take care of. And I think people get so caught up on what is being given that they don't understand that it's a giveaway. That way it's giving you something, that way it frees that up so you can. That's really the point of that shit. Like, obviously they want to give so you can have, have things, but you're supposed to take advantage of it and use that way you can take care of other things. So
absolutely, bro. Well said. Definitely well said. Okay, next we going right back into another quarterback. Brother to brother, if Aaron Rodgers wins the Super Bowl this year, where would you rank him amongst the greatest of all time? I'm gonna take this one right off the bat. Take this one off the bat. It's a conversation me and JG have had before. I don't know how much we've talked about it on the podcast, but we've talked about it as Lentz. I don't have him as high as some people just because I feel like that the regular season resume has to mirror the postseason resume in terms of them rings. And as much as rings aren't as important in basketball, because it's a lot of dope players that was giving niggas work, but they might have been going up against a team that had somebody just as good, and then that person had a Batman or a Robin next to him. But with the NFL being the way that it is and the way that the quarterback position is played, I will say this: if he wins a second Super Bowl, I already got a number in my head for him to be considered the greatest, and that's if Tom don't continue to add rings, of course. But if he ends up with half of what Brady got, I'm gonna be like, yeah, he's the greatest. If he wins another one like this year, especially with the people that he would have to go through, we're assuming that Pat is gonna be back. Come next week. We're assuming he's gonna be back, and even if he's not back, he would still have to go against a top quarterback in Josh Allen. But I think it would be easier for him to have a duel with a Josh Allen than it would be for Mahomes. He still got to get through Brady. That's the GOAT. So if you beat Brady, even if you're beating him at a declining stage of his career, I'm still, I'm gonna count it. I ain't gonna hold it as heavy as I would have, 5 or 10 years ago. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? You beat him. I'm gonna put that on your resume. Like if you beat Floyd right now, nigga, you beat Floyd Mayweather. You feel me? It's still Floyd. So I would say that him winning one this year, going through Brady, possibly going through Pat, he gonna easily be top 3. You know what I'm saying? Because of the time, and I alluded to this before when me and JG had a conversation about those moments of greatness. It ain't so much about your overall accomplishments It's about what can you do in those moments where your real greatness is needed. You feel me? And to be able to say, like, I beat the Bucks with a great defense and with the greatest quarterback, on that team. And then I beat Patrick Mahomes, nigga, the best quarterback right now, with a great offense and a good defense. You feel me? That holds weight because there's a lot of teams in history that have won rings that wouldn't beat this Chiefs team. You feel me? And so it's like, well, shit, if you beat them, that does say something. You know what I mean? It would say a whole lot. So I would put him in the top 3. I don't know how high up on that top 3 he would be, but I put him in the top 3. He'd be up there for me. He'd be up there. And I know there's one of them ones, bruh, probably thought I was gonna shit on Rodgers for. I'll be like, nigga, this shit don't mean nothing. But no, bro, I'm not a hater, nigga. I'm very rational with my decisions. So, he easily be top 3.
Yeah, so I feel like he already top 2. I need Rodgers to get, and you did, and me and Shu, right? We always had this debate about Rodgers, and we just see it differently. So whereas I always say Rodgers is he is the greatest quarterback talent I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and that's even with seeing all the shit. You feel me? His IQ, he's the greatest quarterback talent I've ever seen. But if we're talking about greatest quarterback ever, you know what I'm saying? I need at least 2 more championships out of Aaron Rodgers. And even then, it's like,
hey, hold on, nigga. I think 2 more would put him at 3. Ain't that what I just said?
Nah, fact. And that's what I said. I'm talking about, if we're talking about greatest.
Okay. All right, so we see it then. We see it.
So it's like, we're talking about greatest ever. I can see like 2 more championships. And even then, it's like that, bro. You got 3 to Brady's 6. You feel me? But my argument that I always bring to Shu, and the same thing we had just said versus, you know what I'm saying, Tom Brady and not being with Belichick now, Aaron Rodgers has never had a coaching genius like that.
No, not at all. Which is why I say 3 would do it. Yeah.
3 could do it. But as far as like top, he's already top 2 in my opinion, and that's no disrespect to Joe Montana. Joe Montana is undefeated in the Super Bowl. But that part just goes back to, like I said, what I've seen, and so Rodgers is already top 2. He could retire today and be a top 2 quarterback in my eyes. You feel me? Him and Brady, Joe Montana, and then Peyton Manning. Those would be like my top 4.
Now I would not to cut you off, but I will need you to express this because I hate saying it over and over to people, man. Look, if you gotta get it, I can't count it if it ain't there. And I don't like saying this shit over and over. If you don't get it, if you play 20-something years and you don't get that second one or that second appearance, I'm not gonna put you up there.
I thought he'd been to 2.
Huh?
Hadn't he been to? No, he only been to 1.
No, he's only had 1 appearance. 1.
What's the other one?
He only had 1, bro. And that is what I always harp on. You feel me? And last time we talked about it, you was like, yeah, bro. I can't see you not being able to play in the big game again. You gotta have that appearance.
He gonna be there. I believe Aaron Rodgers will be there. It's so crazy. People are so oohed and out over the Pat Mahomes, the Lamar Jacksons. You feel me? And even me, I believe it's a debate, and I'll leave it for another podcast. But I'll throw it up in the air right now. Is we could debate Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes right now for being all the way like If we're being
I
all
think
the
Pat. I'm gonna keep it
board,
real. Pat above, bro.
nah,
Pat above.
because you see it more. The Bills before this year, we hadn't seen the Bills this much on television. You want to know why? It's because they have Josh Allen on their team, bro. I'm saying, go look at the numbers. And he run the ball.
Listen,
That
bro.
he runs the rock. But we're not gonna look. We're not gonna get into that right now.
I watched that nigga Pat dissect
I promise.
teams.
I promise you. Next week we will have this debate, and I have numbers for it.
Yeah, we will.
I had the numbers for it.
You'll just be wrong. It's all right.
But forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah,
Aaron Rodgers.
Everybody, oohing out over all these guys, bro. You still got people like Aaron Rodgers. Like, we're seeing Tom Brady down and play till he's 40. You don't think Aaron Rodgers ain't gonna try to? Aaron Rodgers, it ain't like Aaron Rodgers. He's been beat up. He's broke a couple of collarbones. You feel me? But other than that, he's never had no crazy ass. Like,
did you see the age numbers? They put up it was like a little stat, you feel me, for the different conferences. And Brady and them was like who the fuck did Rodgers go against? Golf, right?
Mm-hmm.
Golf is 28, something like that, right? Golf is the youngest. He was the youngest playing and still playing in the conference. Everybody else was, 37, 42, 43, you know what I mean? And then you go to Pat, Josh Allen, them niggas is 25. Then you go to Lamar and fucking Baker, them niggas is 24. You like, boy, these niggas young as fuck. They got hella years. Hella years to be playing, bro. I'm really looking at them like, boy, that nigga 24. That mean if I'm looking at Brady's age and Bree's age, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be seeing Pat for like another 16, 18 years, bro.
At least.
Like, this shit crazy. You feel me? I'm gonna be able to watch.
I forgot who I said it to the other day. I was like, it's crazy. Even in hoop, bro, I've just noticed it. Like, we're really ushering in the next generation of great. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're seeing it. If you're watching any type of basketball or football right now, you are literally watching
the new generation,
the next generation of who you're going to be watching for the next 10 to 15 years. No cap.
We could even say, if we want to be honest, and I'm not saying that it goes for every sport in terms of their overall power, but we could say it is their era now. It ain't, you feel me? It because I look at us, Brian is 36, we're 30. So that's our era, you feel me?
Yeah.
He's our guy, right? But then you look at these young guys, like you look at the Melos and the Zions, the Lucas, they are the new wave, and it's really that it's their time. This is the start of, you know what I'm saying, of their time. So yeah, bro, watching these young quarterbacks, I love it, bro. I love watching these young guys go out there and do their thing. And I know it sounds like, damn, bro, well, you 30, but it's wild because when you're around these 24-year-olds, I had a motherfucker call me OG. Yeah. Like a few months ago. I said, nigga, what? Yeah, no, I'm just saying, OG, nigga, no, yeah, but no. No, like, you know what I'm saying? Now I accepted it. I ain't saying it to him, but I'm like, damn, well, I guess, yeah, to him, I would be his OG. You feel me? You only 23 years old. Of course. You know what I mean? I'm your OG. So, yeah, man, it's wild to see, but, I'm happy, man, because I know I'm gonna keep watching and I support the young guy. I've never been a person in my life that would hate on somebody younger. You feel me? I want to see them motherfuckers start to build your legacy and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, bro, we all sportsed out, so we're gonna switch gears. The next one that we want to go into, or that I would say I want to go into is this is something that happened during these past playoffs, and that's that the HBO Max / Warner Brothers 2021 rollout and release. So, brother to brother, how do you feel about the HBO / Warner Brother rollout release? Did you get a chance to look at their list of movies and things that's coming out?
Yeah, I wasn't really impressed.
Oh, you wasn't? So you didn't like the Space Jam and the Matrix?
I don't want to see that shit. They took too long, bro. It took too long, bro. 30, my nigga. True, I'm 30, bro. I'm 30. Nigga, that shit came out.
But it's Bron. It's Bron and Bugs.
I don't give a fuck. Bruh, when was the last Looney Tune movie?
That weak ass one with Brendan Fraser. I don't know when that shit was.
Okay, so I Bugs on the big screen, bro. No, I don't. It's been too long, bro.
I don't know when that shit was.
They don't let Disney run amok in it. I don't even think kids know who the Looney Tunes is like that no more, bro. No, I don't want to see it. Oh, leave them alone. Leave them alone. I don't want to see that shit.
Okay.
Who gonna be in it?
I don't know who gonna be in it.
Cause it ain't Keanu.
Keanu gonna be in it. He gonna be in it. I just don't know who's gonna be the star. He gonna be in it. I just don't know who's gonna be the star.
That's in the Torch Matrix shit, bro. No.
Yeah, listen, man. They got. I'm gonna just read off a few of them for the listeners and for JG. Give me your opinion. Stop me when you want to hear something. The Little Things. I know you. I thought you said you liked that one because that was the one with Denzel.
The Little Things.
Yeah, it's the thriller. It's the thriller where he's like I want to say he's a detective or something, a deputy, a sheriff. And
he did a retired. Yep. No. Yep.
Yeah. Right. Now that's good. That's good. Think of that.
That was like one, and see it's cold because me, you know me, I just skimmed through some shit. Be like, I read some shit, catch my attention. I didn't peep that was the one he was in, but bruh, go ahead.
Godzilla versus Kong.
No, stop making Godzilla. I repeat, stop fucking making Godzilla movies. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Nobody. Don't nobody want to see no fucking Godzilla movie. No kids don't want to see Godzilla movie. Stop making that shit.
Hey, now this one I know you was hot over. This one I know you was hot over with you because I was like, what the fuck is this? Mortal Kombat.
Stop making Mortal Kombat. We didn't like the last two y'all put out.
Yeah, bro, that shit. Y'all hurting the series every time you do that shit.
Like, just let it be a video game. Or you know what y'all need to do? Make it a cartoon. Make it an animated series. I guarantee you motherfuckers will watch it. Make it an animated series. You might be able to do something. These movies is not it, bro. We don't want to see that shit.
I know you love Suicide Squad.
Boo. Oh, bro, that's why I said these lists. Y'all just need to be fired.
Okay, let me. Oh man, look, I'm looking through it. I'm gonna say this, right? The one thing that I do think they they got some bullshit on here. They got some shit with
Bro, I'm like, no, I wasn't excited about that shit.
They got some Clint Eastwood shit on here. Like, boy, don't nobody want to see this old ass motherfucker do.
Oh, he's still alive? I don't know, bro, he's still alive. That's no disrespect. And not wishing nothing on, bro. But I didn't know.
He do it instead of doing a Western, this nigga doing some rodeo star shit. Yeah, bro, I can't do it. Look, the one thing that I'll say that they I can't even say they were innovative for because Netflix already does it, which is major releases without the theater. You feel me? Like a lot of these movies will come directly to HBO Max, which is good, but these movies have to be good in order for people to continue to subscribe to HBO Max. Like everybody subscribed to HBO Max for that Wonder Woman shit. And then Wonder Woman had terrible reviews. And so it make so then it makes it be like, okay, well, we have this great idea. It is a great idea. Let us stop worrying about the theater so much, which Netflix and Hulu has been telling you guys, look, nigga, the theater ain't where all the money needs to come from. You feel me? Get this money off this streaming shit. Netflix has been telling you that. So now you're doing that. Okay, you're doing major releases directly to your streaming app. But these movies have to be up to par. I don't know who's the head at Warner Brothers. I didn't feel like looking it up because honestly, I don't care for a lot of their movies. But they have to do.
He'd be fired.
Yeah, man, because it's like people could say what they want to say about Netflix, even say a Hulu. They don't do as many major movies, but I'll say Netflix and Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah,
they're putting out great fucking content, movies that people continue to watch. Like the last big movie that I really wanted to see, nigga, I just seen on Netflix, the one with Anthony Mackie. That shit was great. You feel me? Over the Tide or some shit like that. But the movie was
Over the Wire.
Yeah, you feel me? Out of the wire. But the shit was dope.
I just watched that shit last night. That's right.
And that's what I'm saying. Right now, you have these major production and distribution companies like Warner, these major entertainment companies like Warner Brothers, and they were hitting forever when movies first came out. And then now that movies are being produced a different way and they're being geared towards everybody as an audience, not just one particular sect of the world. You know what I'm saying? Now it seems like y'all behind the times. I don't know the last Warner Brother movie that I've watched and was like, oh yeah, that's it. You feel me?
You know, last Warner Brother movie I watched? Batman vs Superman.
Oh, that was terrible.
Garbage. Actually, no. No. I watched Suicide Squad, right? It was Suicide Squad. Garbage. Terrible.
Yeah. I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying?
No, bad when Will Smith tell you, nah, I'm cool. I ain't coming back to do that shit.
Bruh. Hey. Listen, man, my youngest, Kamani, he said, Daddy, what happened to Deadshot? Will ain't want to do it. He said, why?
He said no.
He didn't want to do it. He said, why? I said, I don't know, son. I don't talk to the nigga. Maybe he didn't believe in the script. I don't know. It got bad reviews. He didn't want to do it no more. It's over.
I ain't attaching my name.
Will like, nah, bro.
It's always worse. That's why. He knows. If the first one wasn't extravagant, cool. Like the second one always blows worse than the first one. So if the first one wasn't over the top, I'm not coming back to do a second mediocre. Nigga, no. Yeah. No. I'm not doing that.
And I think Will understands, like, I'm just even though he never fell off, but he did have failures in the box office, right? And so I think now that he's finally, like, it feels like, oh shit, like this nigga back. You know what I'm saying? He had a major success with Aladdin. You know, he had the Bad Boys for Life. You know, he's having multiple success back to back to back. So now he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna come back.
Bad Will movie, like Hitch,
right?
That's a good movie though. You feel me?
That's a good movie though. It just didn't do the numbers that they wanted him to do.
It's a good movie. Yeah. You feel me? But I knew, you know how I knew it was bad? Because to me it was a great movie and it didn't have a sequel. And to me, that's some shit you do a sequel to.
Oh yeah, you could do a sequel to Hitch. Yeah, you could do a sequel. Nigga gets married and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Did that. Definitely could have done that. You know. So again, man, HBO, Warner, we see what you're doing. Y'all motherfuckers got to step it up, man, because that Wonder Woman,
or just retire, just quit. Let some young.
That Wonder Woman wasn't
Yeah,
it, bro. That Wonder Woman just. That Wonder Woman was terrible to watch. I don't know if you even seen it.
Yeah, bro. Do I look like I watch Wonder Woman? you see what's on my shirt right now?
Oh yeah, I see the X-Men.
Come on, stop fucking playing.
Hey, WandaVision is out.
I watched Jubilee before I watched Wonder Woman.
That's facts.
Y'all know who Jubilee is? Y'all don't know who Jubilee is. Y'all don't fucking know.
That's facts. All right, man. We're gonna keep it moving with our last topic of discussion for today. And this topic of discussion, depending on your comfortability, brother. I came up with this topic because it was something that I noticed, and it just was one of them quick ideas like, that shit is interesting to me, which is, brother to brother, should straight actors play gay roles or vice versa? Should gay actors be playing straight roles? Your opinion.
I would look. If you're good enough to do it, if you can sell it, I feel like the best man for the job should have the job. Period. Point blank. It's simple and sweet. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I'm not mad. Like, niggas be laughing at these niggas doing gay scenes as straight. Y'all gotta understand, these niggas is getting paid like triple doing that. Feel me? So like, don't feel bad for these niggas, bro. He might have went against all type of morals and shit he didn't want to do either, but guess he saw that check and was like, you know what? I might be able to kiss this nigga on camera and just say it was because of a movie. Okay? So don't be feeling bad for these niggas. It's in the contract. You get paid more for doing that shit. Yeah. So if the best man should have a job, and that's honestly how I feel about it. Okay.
Now look, I took it. My thought was this, right? When I was watching it, it wasn't so much that I had that I disagree, because I feel the same way as you feel. Like, the best person for the job should get it, but at the same time, shouldn't we be looking out for the people who actually fit that role, right? Like, say, like, I used to watch this show called White Collar. I loved this show. Show was dope as fuck. It used to come on USA Network, right? And it was basically about a con man, and he was working with the FBI and shit and whatnot. And in the show, the guy he's a player. You feel me? He's a player. And he's a player throughout the entire, this shit was on for like 6-7 seasons. Uh-huh. It wasn't until the show ended that they were doing like a wrap up talk and shit, and the guy who's the main guy brought his partner out, and I was like, I didn't know this nigga was gay the whole time, right? I had no clue he was gay, but at the same time, I'm thinking, the way we couldn't have given that job to one of the straight struggling actors, right? That's what I thought at the time. I'm watching 911 something. I think it's just called 911. And in the show, there's the guy from, I want to say he's from Soul Food or something. He's a well-known black actor. And he plays Angela Bassett's ex-husband. But he's only her ex because he's gay in the show. But I'm like, he's not gay in real life. So shouldn't we have given that opportunity to one of these struggling, so I don't want to say struggling because I don't want to make it seem like everybody who's not getting the gig is struggling. You feel me? But at the same time, I'm like, shouldn't we have looked out for somebody whose life actually reflects that character versus...
Make that argument, but then you could also say like, well, why don't we just get gay writers, or, you know what I'm saying, a straight writer for this part, you know what I'm saying, or bring them in for writing, or
But I would like that.
Huh?
I would like that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, right? We got our top tier actors, we got the struggling, and we got the no name. We have no idea who they are. Whatever you want to call it, here's to the shit, right? So like me, if I'm producing at a high level of movie, right? Warner Brothers, for instance. I would want to cast the best actor. You feel me? For who I would see in this character. But if my team, if it was a gay, you know what I'm saying, a gay person that I'm trying to cast, and I had already somebody in my head though who I seen as this character, I would just make sure that I brought in gay writers. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Like, somebody that reflect. I'm just all about reflection of reality, right? Yeah, and I know people.
Because you're an artist or you're a writer, so you want it to come off of as realistic as possible.
As realistic as possible.
You don't want to look at something and be like, nah, but that's not. I'm not buying it. You feel me? To where if they're sitting down with the writing team and they're giving them personal experience, whatever it is, you feel me? And like I said, it depends on the actor too, because we obviously know some people can do certain shit and other people can't. So if it's somebody willing to embrace that character and rock with it, then I don't really see it being a problem. But I do feel you on that, to where if it's not the actor, at least give these people the opportunities to be part of
have their input. Process. Correct. Right. And because my thing is this, right? It takes us back to blackface, right? It takes us back to a time where you had white actors being put in dark makeup in order to be a black character. Right? And so were they the best actor for that job? No. But that's the position that they were put in. You feel me? But it would have made you feel what I'm saying? It would have made things that much better had you just casted a black person. So
the difference though is then they weren't gonna cast niggas.
Yeah. No, I get that.
You're not.
I get that. I'm just saying, you know, that's where it's like, that's where my mind had clicked and went to be like, well, shit, I would like, if I wrote anything that had to do with a gay person, if I don't have a relationship and conversations with a gay person about this and about how it should look and sound, then I'm not doing my due diligence. You feel me? If I produce something and I don't give the opportunity to a gay person, or if I'm writing a role that's straight and I give it to a gay, then at the same time I'm like, okay, but I need this to come off as authentic as possible. That is what my art needs to be. You feel me? That is what I want to see when I'm watching it. I don't want somebody who it's very hard for them to relate. Like, right? And because you can say these lines and everything, but these characters live outside of you being an actor. So when you go out, just think about it like this. When you go out as a straight man and you play a gay actor, and then after that, you completely disassociate yourself with the gay community by constantly saying, but I'm not gay. I don't get down like that. I don't do that. Blah, 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 blah. Then it's like, well, you're not, you shouldn't have been casted for that role. You feel me? Because that role is going to take on an identity outside of you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
With relating to that,
and you have to be okay with relating to it, and that wouldn't even be an issue if you was just gay, right? Or vice versa, wouldn't even be an issue if you was just straight. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's where my mind went with it. And like I said, it was just a quick thought, but I wanted to pick your brain on it because it was something that I noticed. Like, well, damn, it's a lot of people who get cast in them roles and things that aren't them. And then, you know, and I don't want anybody to we're talking about a sexual orientation representation of a character, right? Because a motherfucker might say, well, what about the dude from Avatar? He ain't blue. He ain't no alien. So how did he get casted for that? It's like, bro, that's not the same representation that I'm talking about. Yeah. I'm talking, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about I'm talking
fucking Rugrats. There was one person who did all their voices.
Right, so a lady at that.
Yeah, a girl who did Little Tommy, Bill, Liv.
Right. Right. And then and so I'm just saying that to say, man, look, make sure that anybody who should be incorporated is being incorporated.
Get off the topic. To your point though, the dude from Family Guy who played Cleveland's voice for so long actually quit because he said that. He was like, I feel like I'm not doing justice by not having a black man playing this. Thank you. By not having a black man play this part. And Twitter and Instagram when Nelson was like, oh my nigga, I thought it was a nigga the whole time. No, it was a white dude. You feel me? But he stepped down from the spot because of that. He feeling how you
exactly.
Nigga who should be doing this?
Exactly. And it, that's just how I feel. That would be true, equality in a sense. You feel me?
Yep.
That would be true equality to give people who actually live this life to be able to, the opportunity to represent, who they are on screen, big or a little screen. So that's what I would like to see moving forward.
That's what's up. I agree with that. That'd be tight to see.
Yeah. Well, that's it, man. That's all we got for today.
That's it? All right, man.
Unless you want to hit on something else, that's all we got.
I think I'm getting my phone finna die anyway, so it's one of those. Since Babe didn't ever bring the goddamn charger. Huh? No, it's okay. I'm about to wrap up. It's okay. I'm about to wrap up. with that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another wonderful episode of the Brother to Brother podcast with me, JG, and my brother.
Shu, to infinity and then some. We will catch y'all next time.
Gang.
We good, bro.
You guys is scream. I wasn't gonna come back down here and sit right there with you.
I needed the charger.
I don't know. You needed it. I needed it.
You needed it.